My name is Claire Johnson, and the artist I'm going to be talking about is Andy Warhol. I will be talking about how he went from a commercial artist to an avant-garde artist, and I will also be talking about how he went about creating some of his most famous and recognizable pieces. My final point today will be on the Andy Warhol Foundation and the auction. And you should listen to me because before I did my research, I didn't know much about these pieces that we regularly see on a daily basis, but now I do. Hopefully you'll be informed about Andy Warhol in the modern day pop art. Andy Warhol was born in 1928 in Pittsburgh. He would move to New York City to become a commercial artist. After years of being a successful commercial artist, between 1959 and 1961, his title switched to avant-garde artist. This was from the help of his before and after work. It showed a woman with a large nose as the before, and then with her as a smaller, fashionable nose as the after. This piece changed the way that people look at art and understand art. My source from this was the New York Times. My second point is about how some of Warhol's most famous works and how he created them. To create his most recognizable pieces, he would use an assembly line. He used an assembly line in pieces like the $1 bills and Campbell's soup cans. Critics said that although the use of the assembly line was dehumanizing, it was imbued with a grandeur of inspiring efficiency. This means he got a lot done in a very short amount of time. And this information comes from a book by Marco Livingstone called Pop Art, A Continuing History. My final point is information about the Andy Warhol Foundation. The Andy Warhol Foundation gives money to fund the visual arts programs. A recent auction of Andy Warhol's works brought in over $17 million to the Andy Warhol Foundation. The highest bid at the auction was $1.25 million for his endangered species, the San Francisco silver spot. Andy, while still alive, sold his 8 Elvises piece for a whopping $100 million. And this was the most he ever sold one of his pieces for. All this information was found in Reuters. To recap, my 3 points were how Andy Warhol went from being a commercial artist to an avant-garde artist, how he went about creating his most memorable pieces, and also about his foundation and his auction. I hope you learned more about Andy Warhol like I did researching this. Thank you.